Gangster for some, philanthropist for others. Who really was Edward Jones? In the film King of Kings, Chasing Edward Jones tells us the untold story of the other boss of Chicago and how this descendant of slaves became one of the richest men in America. I want you to have a look.
Ed Jones was a genius.
They made about $110, $115 million, which was equivalent to about $1 billion then.
Long before there was a state lottery, there was this illegal numbers game called policy, controlled by black men called policy kings.
This is the first policy station owned by the Jones brothers. In the back is policy action.
Policy was an economic arm of the black community.
Looks good to me. You guys know I love documentaries. Here to discuss this incredible new film is the director, Harriet Marin, right here. Harriet Marin Jones, and the award-winning legend, friend of the show, executive producer, Debbie Allen. Ladies, good morning to both of you. It is awesome to have you here, and everybody knows, even folks watching, you had me at hello with this. I'm all in. This is my kind of film. Miss Allen, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
You teamed up, yourself, of course, a legend, and you teamed up with another living legend in Quincy Jones to executive produce this film. How did you two get involved in this, and why did it matter to you?
Well, I got introduced to Miss Jones through a filmmaker, Mr. Johnny Simmons, and when I heard this story, it captivated me like Amistad did. Amistad was an unknown story, our American history, shared story. This story is that as well, painted on the landscape of the Great Depression, the migration, the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement, and a black man who is living the American dream, becomes the richest man in America, richest black man in America that is chased by the Klan, the mob, the government, and the Nazis. Theatrical release this Friday puts us in line for real Oscar consideration.
It's a great point there.
That we really deserve. We have won 27 awards in every film festival, best documentary, best film.
All right, so I'll swing over to you now, Harriet. This documentary has everything, as Ms. Debbie was just talking about there. You have murder, you have betrayal, you have the mafia involved in this, and also a little bit more about truth and discovery about your family and its history. Maybe, is there something you found, some things you didn't know about your history and your family?
Well, actually, I didn't know anything about the story about my grandparents. They kept it very quiet in my family. My mother, I think, was in complete denial. And so actually, I started digging when I turned 17. And what I found out absolutely blew my mind. I live in Paris, so I had to do a lot of back and forth with the US.
This story wasn't really told. What did you find out would be the reasons that, again, as Debbie was alluding to, no one knew about this?
Well, like a lot of history of Black America, it was a little bit swept under the rug because, I mean, so very few people know that the state lottery, the ancestor was the policy, which was this illegal numbers game, and it only became legal when white people took it over. And it's absolutely an incredible story. At one point, my grandfather became so rich and so powerful that during segregation, it became a problem.
Well, Debbie Allen, it's so great to have you on as always.
So
and
much.
Harriet, and wishing you all the best as well. Go see King of Kings. Again, Chasing Edward Jones. It opens this Friday at the Cinemark, 15 theaters in Baldwin Hills. For more information, visit kingofkings-film.com.